is Joshua Swanigan, Blade Show 2021. We're here with our good friend Curtis at Spartan Blades. He's going to let us know what kind of new stuff they got coming out.
So probably two of the biggest things we have coming out this year. Of course, there was a Spartan Harsey Dagger, but I think people are pretty much familiar with that one at this point. But we have what we call the Spartan Harsey 325. You can probably imagine where the number comes from. The blade is 3.5 inches long. You know, we made what was called the Spartan Harsey folder for years. It's become very popular. It's a pretty hefty, robust knife. It was made for, hardcore use. And, not everybody's in the woods. Right. Some people go to work wearing slacks, or they may go to a wedding. So we had a lot of requests for a smaller, similar type of titanium frame lock. So this was kind of our answer to what customers were asking for. And he's been fingered all day, but I think you get the gist. They wanted an all titanium folder that was comfortable and easy to carry, but still felt good in the hand. So when people have requests like that, and we see them over and over again, what do? We call Bill Harsey out in Oregon, right? Say, Bill, we got a task for you. Can you do your magic? And he did. So this is the 325. It's all titanium. So we've even changed over the pivots and made them titanium. That's an upgrade we've done to all our folders. The screws, the hardware is all titanium. The only parts that aren't titanium are the blade, the stop pin, and the pivot on the internal side. Other than that, it's all titanium. So this is our new offering. It's doing really well. We've never seen backlogs like this, so it's you come into work and say this is fantastic, and then you look at the knives and you're like, all right, let's get back to it. And, But we're really excited about this one. It's doing very well. As you can see, we plan on doing upgrades and some embellishment on the titanium over time. It's just because the backlog and the demand, we're not doing that at this point. But we are doing Damascus blades. We do anodized titanium and things like that. So there's future plans to do higher end special editions of this knife as well. So.
And we covered this one on Knife and Gear Society. If you want any more information on it, it's got links to right where you can buy it and everything. So go out to Knife and Gear Society and there's a lot more information on it.
And then of course, this is our brand new one. This dropped yesterday. When I was in the Army, I was in a specialized special operations unit. It's called a SIF. And I had a teammate, his name was Chu Lam, young E5 who came, never talked. His dad was a Green Beret. He said, you get that unit, you keep your mouth shut. He took his father literally. I mean, I think at that point he was about 140 pounds and never spoke. But he's a great assaulter. Right? I was in a sniper troop, he was an assaulter. So we worked together all the time. We became friends. And then after retiring, he developed a Ronin Tactics, where he teaches martial arts, shooting. For those you don't know, shooting is a martial art. And he's very good at it. And he puts out a great message about treating people right and doing what's right and doing good things. So we love that. He had developed a pocket knife, and he had a kind of a very crude one. He had somebody custom make for him. He carried it in his pocket for years. He brought it to us and said, hey, can we develop this into something a little more robust and professional? And we said, absolutely. You're a friend of ours, your family, we'll do whatever you ask. So this is kind of what we came up with. So it's very different from what we normally do. We always say a knife should be very simple, sharp, pointy, and have a handle on it. This does a little more, and this is kind of a task-specific tool for martial arts, specifically the way Chu Lam does it, and can be incorporated into CQB. You may notice right away, for you folks that know your knives, it does have an Emerson wave on there. I will tell you that was done with permission from Ernie Emerson. He actually got his knife yesterday, and was happy to see it. So it's real simple. You may be familiar with the Indonesian karambit. That's something we all fell in love with. I'm an Indonesian speaker. I used to work there all the time. And I'd watch some of the guys in their special police and in special forces use karambits, and it's scary. But so this is karambit style. I don't know you necessarily call it a true karambit, but it's based on that premise. It is a liner lock. This is part of our bronze line. It's made overseas in Taiwan. And for those of you who don't know, Taiwan is not China. Just to throw that out there. But it can be used in a reverse grip. It can be used in a forward grip. Now, I am not a martial artist, but I'm explaining in brief terms how it can be used. It can also be used as an impact tool. So you can break it over the wrist and use it this way as well. And then for those of us that are old, fat, retired Special Forces guys, a lot of people have joked and said that's actually a bottle opener. So, but the clip is reversible, which is kind of neat because, we try not to get too deep into martial arts as the knife maker, because we don't want to get involved in my kung fu's better than yours.
Right.
But we know what works. We know what's effective. We know 2-lam system is effective. And there's different ideas about how this knife should be drawn. Some people believe you can draw it backwards out of the pocket this way, so you have it in this grip.
Right.
Other people, you can reverse the pocket clip, pull it forward out of your pocket, keeping your fingers out of the way, and it opens up into a reverse grip. So you got several options, several different ways to carry it. But this is the Spartan Ronin Shoto, which in Japanese means short sword. So
now you said this is part of your bronze line. What's the price point on this one?
The price point on this is $155.
Wow, okay, that's really good.
And we've been kind of getting that response. I think we put 200 up on the website yesterday, and they evaporated in the middle of the night.
Right.
Now we're wondering if we made enough of them. But it's made in Taiwan, and we have 3 distinctive lines. This knife, for example, is part of our gold line. These are made and machined. Every part, pocket clips are bent by us in our shop. And that's the kind of thing people know us for, high-end custom stuff. And we still do that. And then we offer what's called our silver line. A lot of people may not know this. We teamed up with K-Bar last year. So we went into business together with them and formed Pineland Cutlery. They're going to start manufacturing for us this year in Olean, New York. So that'll be our silver line. U.S. made, 100% made in New York at a mid-price point. And then we have our bronze line where we design and engineer. We send a CAD work over to Taiwan. They keep sending it back and forth till they get it right. Then we say make them, and then we inspect them as they come in. We just had so many requests. It's kind of, quite honestly, something we fought for a long time. We're pretty big chest beaters when it comes to manufacturing in the U.S.
Right.
But we knew we had to be competitive, and the customers were asking for it nonstop. So we figured, well, we'll do the gold, silver, and bronze line, see which one rises to the top. Unfortunately, they all kind of rose together.
Yeah.
And we feel, customers are asking for it. We'll provide it as long as you're honest about where it's made and what it is, and the price point's a good value for what the knife is. Things will work, and people have been great about it.
Yeah.
So it was a scary thing for us, but if we're going to be competitive in the knife industry, we thought it was a good move. We'll see.
Well, and you're keeping your quality control in mind, and you're checking every piece.
Right, and it's
that
difficult.
makes a difference. Yeah.
Checking them, it's difficult. Every gold folder comes to me.
All right.
I just got a brand new inspection table. It comes to me. I check every screw. I check the locks to make sure they drop okay. I make sure the bias to closing's good. I try to make sure the blade doesn't wiggle around in there. It opens okay. And it's kind of a log jam in our shop, actually. But you guys are in this business. If you let one bad knife go out, you know who's going to get it, right? A YouTube reviewer.
Yeah.
Right? So keeping the quality up there, it's almost as hard as making the knife. Is doing the inspections to make sure everything's okay. So we do our best. We're not perfect. We always joke in our shop, perfection costs $12,000. And they're not $12,000. For example, let's see. Hey, Jake, how much does perfection cost? Thank you. $12,000. So we strive for perfection every day. We're not, but we back our knives 100%. We have a lot of people that ask me, well, what's your warranty and return policy? Quite honestly, I wrote it 8 years ago. I haven't read it in 8 years. I don't really care what it says, because if you have one of our knives and you have an issue with it, you send it to us and we take care of it. Yeah. Period.
Yep. I've been using your blades for a long time. I've never had an issue. I beat on them pretty good sometimes. You guys definitely do solid work.
Well, thanks. I'll try. A lot of people call up and say, I don't know if I want to, but you guys are getting big. I don't know if I want to buy something from a large factory. We have a very large factory. It's 8 people in a small building in North Carolina. So,
yep, it's a very, very personal operation, that's for sure. Well, thank you very much, Curtis.
It's great talking to you again, as always.
As always, absolutely.
Yeah. You guys do great things too, so it's awesome.
Thank you, I appreciate that.